Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Mrs. Bandu's Math Movies. This is for Course 3, Lesson 2-2, Equivalent Forms of Rational Numbers. Okay, so we do have several vocab terms for this time around. A rational number is a number that can be written in the form A over B, where A is an integer and B does not equal 0. Again, remember that division by 0 is undefined, so we can't divide by 0. So anytime that that's an issue, we can't do it. Okay? All right, next one. Two integers, A and B, are relatively prime. Okay, we talked a little bit about prime the other day. Relatively prime if one is their only common factor. Okay, a quick example, 4 and 5 are relatively prime because the only factor that 4 and 5 share is 1. That makes them relatively prime. Okay, a terminating decimal is a decimal that stops or ends. Terminate means to stop or end, so we can transfer that everyday definition into the math meaning as well. A repeating decimal is a decimal that repeats the same digit or group of digits forever. We can use bar notation for this. Okay, so like for the repeating 0.33333 repeating, 0.3 with the bar over the 3 to show the digit or digits if we have a couple that repeat. Okay. All right, so those are our definitions or our vocab. Let's look at example number 1, simplifying a fraction. We want to write 138 over 150 in simplest form using the greatest common factor. So you have to do a little bit of thinking and perhaps side work over here and figure out what is the greatest common factor of 138 and 150, and that is actually 6. Okay, I've already done that, right? So 138 divided by 6 and 150 divided by 6. So we want to divide both the numerator and the denominator by that greatest common factor of 6. 138 divided by 6 is 23, and 150 divided by 8 is 25. So in simplest form, the fraction is 23 over 25. All right. Now I know that practically speaking, sometimes we're not going to always choose the greatest common factor to begin with so that we can start working a problem. Just remember, you want to always you do not stop with writing a fraction in simplest form until the two numbers, the numerator and the denominator, are relatively prime. In other words, their greatest common factor is 1. Okay, here's one for you to do by yourself. And I will continue on to example number 2. Let me get this focused for you. Okay, number 2, writing an equivalent decimal. Find the batting average of a hitter with 28 hits in 77 times at bat. So we write the batting average as the number of hits over the number of times at bat. We write it as a ratio or a fraction. Okay. When you divide, you get 0.363636, which is approximately 0.364. Okay. Divide. This is a repeating decimal. Okay. So I actually already rounded it here, so it's about 0.364. So we would say that this person has a batting average of 364. Also, I should have and did not write this with the bar notation. So with bar notation, this number would be 0.36, where you have the bar over the 3 and the 6, because those are the digits that are repeating in the order that they do repeat. Okay. All right. Number 3, write an equivalent fraction. Write 1 24/100 as a mixed number in simplest form. Okay, so here is one way to do this. You can want to write 1.24 equals 1.2 over 1. Okay. So here's the idea behind this. Write as a fraction with a denominator of 1. Since there are 2 digits to the right of the decimal point, multiply the numerator and the denominator by 100. Okay. Basically, we're moving decimal points to make this into a whole number, and we have to treat both numbers the same. Okay, so that's going to give me 124 over 100. The greatest common factor here is 4, so we're going to divide each of these by 4. All right, 124 divided by 4 is 31. 100 divided by 4 is 25, which you see here. Simplify as a mixed number. Remember to simplify an improper fraction as a mixed number. You take the numerator and divide by its denominator. So 31 divided by 25 is going to be 1. Your remainder is 6, so that makes 6/25. So 1 and 6/25 is the fraction equivalent for 1.24. Okay, here are a couple of more quick checks for you to complete at the bottom of this page. Have these ready for our next meeting in class. Until then, I'll see you. Take care.